everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This week I am having you guys tag along with me on let's just call it a days in the life. So I'm going to be documenting the next couple days just in terms of like what our life looks like right now. We are prepping to move. We are moving out some really big pieces of furniture that are not coming with us. And our house kind of looks like a disaster. So I'm going to have you join along with us, share some tips of what it is that we are doing in advance to start preparing for the move. As I film this, we are 1 month out. So it's super exciting. Our house is starting to feel a bit chaotic. We are selling our bed. So we'll be taking that apart, basically putting a mattress on the ground. The mattress isn't coming with us when we move because it's really, really old. So as soon as the new bed gets delivered to the new house, that mattress is going into the big junk bin for disposal. And who knows, we may even end up throwing it in the bin for disposal and sleeping on our inflatable mattress bed thing for a couple days. That might happen. I'm totally open and okay with that if it does. But we're definitely getting things ready now so that we can get moving. A few other things that we've also done is we've done a video tour of our place just so that we can start getting quotes from our movers. We had a conversation with our concierge service. They're going to be dropping off as many as 50 plastic totes for us to start packing. We're not going to get those till about a week before our possession day. So we're going to have about a week to pack up the entire house. So keep an eye out for that video. Now is a really great time to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like and follow along with us as I show you our disaster of a house, how we're getting by during this transition and getting ready to move. It's gonna be a fun one. On an also fun note, we are just about to head out to the Canada versus Mexico qualifying soccer game here in Edmonton. So we are bundling up. We have had a crazy snowstorm. It's finally not snowing. It's still crazy windy, but we're going to a soccer game. It's gonna be great. We're bringing some blankets, lots of clothes. Winter boots have been pulled out. It's going to be great. So follow along with us. this is gonna be our sleeping for the next month. Jason kind of described it as camping, so we're gonna call this our campsite. He says glamping. This is the most glamping thing inside of an apartment. One of the biggest challenges we had was that we used our under the bed for storage. So in our packed closet, we now have a mirror back there. I had a bunch of boxes, which are now hidden behind our couch. This is the bed, all neatly packed up. We are actually having a friend who's going to be taking it, so they're going to come and pick it up tomorrow, which is going to be great. It'll get it out of here, but we really want to give ourselves plenty of time to give it a good scrub and clean. And then otherwise, Jason, cleaning the kitchen.
Non-stop.
It never ends. The kitchen cleaning never ends.
From our coffee station also got sold. So
Oh,
just a little box.
That's right. You can't really see it, but the big coffee station that we had here, we sold that. So now we just have one of, like, you can see that box. We just have one of those. We're using a little coffee station, so that's another really big piece that's gone. My mom is taking this TV stand once we're closer to leaving. There's the dogs. He has a big knuckle bone. He's spoiled rotten. And then otherwise, we've got our little pile of warm goods. We're gonna go enjoy a snowball game? Football? Soccer?
No. Just kidding. Yeah, it should be a blast. It looks like the weather has cleared up in terms of going from snow, blizzard, to now some blue skies. So
yeah, it's like 6 degrees below Celsius. So really cold. Wind chill's -15, but I'm hoping the stadium just doesn't have
it's
wind.
either going to be a wind tunnel or it's going to block us off completely from the wind, hopefully, if we're on the right side.
Yeah, and then we are joining up with a bunch of other brokers. We are taking a limo. We are spoiled.
Fancy Canadian soccer.
The fanciest Canadian soccer.
Yeah.
We're going to take a limo to the Commonwealth Stadium, and we're going to try our best to stay super duper warm while we watch.
We'll cuddle.
Yeah, under a blanket. We're going to try not to freeze while we watch them play soccer in the snow. So it should be great. See ya.
Woo! Let's go!
All right, so we are a little late into the next day. It's been quite a busy couple days, so I'm glad that you guys are sharing on this adventure. We have been doing a lot of things in preparation for our move, so I'm going to chat about that while I get ready. I took the morning to be not lazy. I still got a lot of work done, but I didn't get ready this morning. I just had a shower, but I do have an appointment coming up this evening, so I got to get ready somewhat for that. But we've made a few other arrangements as it relates to the move. So the first thing that we did, might be a little too pale. Let me just add an extra up to that. There we go. So we made a few other arrangements for our move. First one being that our friend Dan came by. He picked up the bed frame that's been sitting in our main living space. So it's great that that's now gone. We sold that coffee station, as you've seen. I took everything off our balcony. So currently our other bathroom, the tub is full of empty outdoor plant holders. I've got our entry mat is in there, and then whatever else we had on there, because it snowed, so we had to get that off. So that bathroom looks like a bit of a disaster. We did make arrangements for the boxes that our concierge service is providing. Those are going to arrive December 8th. So we get those boxes for 3 weeks total. So that can be 3 weeks split up however you want. So we made the decision that we're going to get the boxes on the 8th. That gives us 8 days to pack, which truly I think is going to be plenty. And then because it's the holidays, that also gives us a few more days of grace for unpacking. They'll come and pick up those boxes on the 30th of December. So we don't have to rush through the holidays to get that done. A few other things that I've been planning out as well is movers. So we finally got a few quotes back, and it's so crazy how much of a price difference we see with movers. A lot of our stuff we're just not overly concerned about, so I'm gonna wrap them and pack them myself. Stuff like the bench, the couch. So our hope is that when the movers show up, they just have to grab it and put it on the truck. So we're hoping that whatever they come back at with a quote, us being super prepared, we can plan to make sure that it's not as expensive by doing our part. So we are waiting on a few more quotes for that. The other few things that we still need to do is update our current place and let them know when we'll be vacating, because we're currently on a month-to-month. We're also starting to shop for utility providers, so figuring out who's going to use our internet or who we're going to go through for our internet, as well as stuff like power and natural gas, because we only pay power where we're at right now. And then another big thing that I've been doing just in preparation for the move is planning out what it is that we are going to be moving. So specifically plants. Currently right now I have 32 plants, at which point all of them are coming with us unless something decides to die between now and then. And I have a varying amount in size. So about 29 of them are small enough that they'll be able to fit into the totes we're getting. Those will be done on a completely separate trip. But then the rest, I'm going to need to find a way to pack them so they're not going to die during the trip, because they're not going to fit in boxes. So trying to do some research on the best way to pack a plant that's 5 feet tall. And then also taking a look at making sure everything is watered now, so that I might only need to water them one more time before the move, because we definitely want them as dry as possible for the move, so that any liquid isn't literally freezing the moment it goes outside. Another thing that I've been really putting attention on is also doing a lot of like the deep cleaning now. So obviously before we move, I'm gonna need to do some cleaning, but anything that I do now will make cleaning day after, or whatever that looks like, a whole lot easier. So things like pulling out the fridge, making sure it's clean under there, the washer, dryer, finding those socks that have been missing forever. And then things like baseboards. So going around, making sure baseboards are wiped down, making sure that all like the smudgy prints on the walls where the bed rubbed or where the coffee station's been rubbing, doing those things, and touching up any spots on the wall that have been banged or bumped, so that we don't get any challenges with our move out inspection. When we moved into the place, we were told the only thing we couldn't hang was a TV, just because the holes for a TV are pretty unsightly. However, our building has changed ownership since then, And every time we renew a contract, they have changed the policy regarding holes in the wall. When we moved in, we were allowed to have, screw holes in the wall to put up larger mirrors and prints and stuff like that, but now we're not allowed to. So I'm gonna have to go through and fill a bunch of holes as best I can and make it as not noticeable as I can. Thankfully, I do have a paint that is very, very similar to the wall color. So if I putty the hole and do a tiny little spot, it should be pretty darn close. I also have a few holes in the ceiling where I put in hooks to hang plants. So I'm gonna have to fill those as well. And then a few baseboards that we banged up. So I'm thinking if I can get a lot of this stuff done early now before I can even start packing, then I will be able to move and not do that stuff after. So really the biggest focus now is making sure that everything is staying clean, we're staying on top of the cleaning, and then also battling my restlessness because we're moving right away and yet we can't actually pack anything. So finding small different things that I can do so I feel I'm ready to go or more prepared just makes me feel a whole lot better and more on the ball and more prepared for the move. So that's my plan for the next little bit, doing some wiping down, doing a little bit of cleaning, seeing what I can organize and clean now so that we can prepare for the move. I'm gonna see if I have some wall putty, maybe take down some artwork and start boxing that stuff up. I have a few boxes that will fit a good stack of artwork, so see if I have some putty to start filling some holes to do that before my appointment at 6 o'clock. So follow along, let's go. All right, so I was gonna fill some holes, but when I opened up my wall putty, I realized that what's supposed to be pink turns white when it's all dried. We will not be doing that today, so maybe I'll order some wall putty on Amazon or make a trip to a dollar store and pick some up. I have to pick up some moving supplies anyway, so we're not patching up holes today, but I am going to take some artwork down. I have this really big box that the blanket came in, so I'm going to start putting some artwork in there. All right, so we're coming up to wrapping up another very, very busy day balancing work and the big move coming up and just managing the house. We had a few new updates come through for the house. So we get possession on December 16th, and we have arranged for our water hookup on the 17th, which is also the day we plan on doing the bulk of the move. It's a little bit of an inconvenience because they're going to send a tech by to put in our water meter from somewhere between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. So on what's supposed to be our busiest move day, someone's going to need to just camp out at the new house until this EPCOR person shows up to do that. So I had a bit of a moment because on our busiest day, I was hoping both Jason and I could both be, here, getting the movers moving, take a couple loads ourselves. So hopefully we can figure out a way to make it work and still be efficient. I just wrapped up a really fun client appointment. It was a referral from another client. Taking a look at his client plan, we're going to be able to potentially help him put up to $500,000 more into his retirement plan, and along that journey help him expand his rental unit portfolio. So he's looking to buy a couple more houses in the next couple years. So super, super cool to be able to end the night with just a really cool appointment where we're going to be able to make a really big impact. I'm overhearing Jason right now. He had an appointment right after mine. He's sitting down with a client review for a client who's, they're friends. They've been clients and friends of ours for many years now. And he's putting together a plan to help them now get debt free within a year, which is always super duper cool. But now also at a stage in their financial plan where they're looking to now start setting up education savings plans for their littles. So it's always really cool when we get to build a solid foundation for a client and then start expanding to their children and how we can improve their access to education down the road and making that a whole lot easier. All in all, it's been a really great day. I got to satisfy my need to pack a few things by getting some wall stuff done. I'm gonna make a trip this weekend to buy some plastic wrap for the furniture, as well as some wall putties. I will get everything off the wall and all those holes filled so we don't have to worry about it. As we get closer to move time, our walls are gonna look a little bit bare, but I am so okay with that because I am so excited for this move. So I'm gonna end this vlog here. Thank you so much for spending the last couple days with me as we finalize some details for the big move. We start to prep the house for the big day, get things organized, start to sell off some bigger furniture pieces. And I really can't wait to share with you all the adventures that are coming over the next couple months. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please, it truly helps me as I build this channel, which is a really big goal, a really big dream of mine. It helps so much if you would click the subscribe button down at the bottom. Please leave a comment. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Get your ideas, any recommendations that you have in terms of how we can pack up this house most effectively and take advantage of having movers but making it quick and efficient. I would absolutely love to hear your stories, your lessons, and your expertise as well. So I will catch you in the next one. Bye.